morning everyone, it's Jamie here. Now it's really early on a Saturday, and the reason that I'm up so early on the weekend is because today is a really special day. I'm going somewhere really exciting, but before I let you in on what's about to happen, it's time for some coffee.
All right then folks, we have arrived at the venue, Swindon Town Football Club. Look at there it is in all of its glory. Now the goal for today, get it, goal. The goal for today is to talk about diabetes. In that room back there are people just like me with problem pancreases, type 1 diabetes. More people like me than I've met ever probably in my life. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to get inside. So future Jamie is going to take it from here. I said future Jamie is going to take it from here.
I guess it means me then. So just in case you missed anything, I'm going to lay it all down again. We're at Swindon Town Football Club because the good people at Diabetes UK have got together a room full of people with type 1 diabetes aged 16 to 25 to talk. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but if you think about it, there's only around 400,000 people in the UK with type 1 diabetes. And I know that sounds like loads, but in reality, that's less than 1% of the population. And people in this age range, 16 to 25, can often get isolated very easily. So that's why today is so important. Now, this event, it's called The Big One, and it's the first of its kind for Diabetes UK. And in attendance was the big man himself, Chief Executive Chris Askew. So let's see what he had to say.
So today the big one, which we've called it, and it's in Diabetes Week, where we've got a wider topic which is called Talking About Diabetes. So this is a chance for young adults, people with type 1 diabetes, to come together and to learn from each other, essentially, actually. There's no great lectures or seminars, but the idea is that the agenda just kind of stimulates conversations between people about their own experiences, things that they found work and don't work in living with type 1, and we think there's huge value in that. Well, we've never tried this before, so we're really encouraged. There's a good number of people here, when everyone's got busy lives, and already this morning we've had a huge amount of kind of interaction, people wanting to share their thoughts, have questions, so we're really encouraged. I'm sure we'll do it again.
Great news. So if you're feeling a little bit FOMO, then don't worry, because an event like this could be coming near to you soon. But let's show you how the day went down, shall we? And we're going to kick things off with one of my personal favourites, which was taking a time machine back into the past to see what the treatment of diabetes used to be like.
Did you ever use one of them?
Yes, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Was it painful?
And that's the needle that would go at the end of there.
I suppose there was less waste.
Yeah. You have to sharpen those though.
What, these?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you do that?
You have like a filing mechanism, and then you keep that inside here.
Oh, that was a lancing device?
Oh,
Yes.
it was a killer.
And you
It came down like a
put the red
guillotine.
thing in it, and you'd pull it back,
Yeah.
thing in.
Yeah. You had to
Yeah.
put a platform in here,
Yeah.
and then you press the button.
Oh,
it
and that
came
was
da-
the needle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's this
The
yellow
needle was in
piece,
here,
yeah.
and as you press the button, it came down like a
It does
guillotine, and it
still,
stabbed your
yeah.
finger really hard.
That's terrifying.
And it was even worse if you didn't have a platform on the bottom.
See, I complain about my little
Oh, you
black
have no
bond.
idea,
No.
sweetheart. No idea,
Yeah.
I tell you.
That's the wash it goes with.
Oh wow.
But, and the whole thing went in.
Yeah.
And there were some white platforms as
Yeah.
well. But the very first Novo pen was 1.5mm cartridges, and you had to sort of close your eyes and go right 2, 4, 6, 8. And if somebody asked you a question,
Yeah.
and you just thought,
Yeah.
oh, sod it, and then you just gave yourself 2 more and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, so you count the
Literally
units?
count
Yes,
it
yeah,
going
you had to
in,
count.
yeah.
So each press
Yeah.
of the
And
button
I
at the
was
end.
always told you count to 10 and relax,
Yes.
and then take it out afterwards,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And the needles,
Yeah.
you had to buy the needles, and they were 12.7mm long. Yeah, I know, bless you. I was newly diagnosed at 19, so I was a first choice student nurse, and they didn't have blood glucose testing. So you had drops of urine in a test tube, and then drops of water, then you put a tablet in, and you shook it, and it changed colour like Harry Potter's potions lamp. And then you had to judge it on a big poster on the wall, and it always changed colour.
It was this colour gadget, wasn't it?
It was very similar to that.
It was bonkers, it really was.
Well, all of this is, in the 30 plus years I've had it, stuff has changed so much, literally so much.
We really have come a long way, haven't we? Anyway, on to the next talking point, which was all about sports and type 1 diabetes, which is obviously something that can be really hard to get right.
The unpredictability of it. So I decided I was going to go out for a run and then have a surprise sugars of 13 or of 3, and then be really annoyed that, like, I would either have to eat loads, which felt like it then defeated the purpose of the exercise, or I would then have to wait ages for my sugars to come down. And so just that kind of the unpredictability, whereas other people just go, I'm going to put my shoes on and go for a run, and out they go.
I feel quite anxious and feel I need the need for a kit man to run alongside me. So not everybody can afford a flash, and I just feel like I need my girlfriend tagging along. And the other one is you set the treadmill at the gym for a 5k or 30 minutes, and you go hypo in, like while you're halfway through, and you're like, I don't want to stop. And it takes you 5 minutes to realise actually I'm hypo and I've got to stop.
And you can tell just by the reaction in that room that most of us with type 1 diabetes have had similar experiences when it comes to sport. But luckily for us, also in that room was accomplished athlete and type 1 diabetic Mel Stevenson, who trains 7 days a week. Now, she was there to share her experiences on being successfully sporty and also diabetic.
So I've been very fortunate that after being diagnosed with type 1, I got into athletics, and it's given me so many fantastic opportunities and been such a positive influence on my diabetes that really I wanted to encourage, and also to kind of share some of the knowledge that I've kind of gained along the way. I wanted to encourage people to kind of engage with each other and to realise that we all worry about such similar things with sport and diabetes, that then nobody's on their own with it, and that kind of peer support is a great resource as well. I haven't had that many opportunities to speak to this age range, because we know with type 1 diabetes sometimes people of this age range kind of drop out from their clinic and their healthcare professionals, so it can be a really tricky time, and we want them to, because it's a tricky time being a teenager, young person, this is when we want people to engage. So to have an opportunity like this and an event where they can meet each other, they can meet professionals as well, fantastic.
20 minutes, 25 minutes in a room with 3 women and 2 men, literally searching me down. My mum didn't think it was funny, but I thought it was funny.
When you've got the flash, now there's like 400 times a day to get that feedback.
Whereas I've injected in my bum on a busy train travelling across Europe.
And then he got arrested. So.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that.
Did that then have an effect on your confidence with exercise and stuff?
It was quite funny at 15 though, like this little 15-year-old girl and stood up to this like big muscly man and said, well no, she can't. I'll do it if you can't.
And it fits in with exercise. You don't have to tie yourself down to eating times. It frees you up.
Oh yeah, no, I've got diabetes as well. That kind of like, maybe before night I was like, oh yeah, actually haven't told them yet. Maybe I should tell them. Just in case, I should probably tell them.
You know, on the surface, talking seems quite mundane, but having been in that room, I know personally how important it is now, because hearing that people had similar struggles and experiences to me made me feel less alone and less isolated, and it was really quite encouraging. I think I found a bit of strength in numbers, I guess, and I think everyone else in that room agreed.
Yeah, I think it's one of those conditions where it's, until you start meeting other people with it and start talking about it, that it's very easy to keep everything kind of bottled up inside.
I think it was the ability to be able to share my story, but actually learn about other people's experience of living with diabetes.
And when Verity was speaking at the beginning, it kind of made me really tearful and just really happy to be here.
I think everybody was not only happy to talk to other type 1s, but just really open to hearing what it was like, you know, depending on your own life and your own situation. So just a brilliant day all around.
It's been actually quite humbling to see like all the support that you can gain behind it. But yeah, it's been a really fantastic day, and hope more of these occur soon.
That was just the best day in the world. You can tell by the smile on my face, I'm absolutely beaming. It was just so nice to speak to so many people who have had the same experience as me, that know what it's like to live with type 1 diabetes. And I was just overwhelmed by how much positivity there was in that room. And you know, I'm walking away today with a ton more new best mates, and I can't think of anything better than that, really. But let's hand over back to future Jamie to wrap things up.
So there you have it, that's what happened at the big one at Swindon Town Football Club, the very first event of its kind for Diabetes UK, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Diabetes UK. It was a real pleasure to be there and a real honour to be at the first event like this, and I really do hope that there's more just like it, because it was spot on. But other than thanks to them, I want to say thanks to you as well for watching this video. Now that's all from me today, but I will be back, I'm sure, when something else happens that's worth making a video about. So until that does in fact happen, see ya. Sound out.